I've built more million-dollar businesses than I have fingers on my hands, and on this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do the same. Right? I'm going to be showing you how to scale your business so fucking quickly to the point it feels illegal. So before we get into the video, I want to mention I've got no coaching program, no course, no mentorship, Discord, Slack community, nothing. I have nothing to sell you. This is just pure value because I don't need your money. Right? Let's get into the video. First thing that you need to focus on when you're trying to scale your business as quickly as possible is first separation. Okay? This is everyone. Everyone is in a red ocean. Right? How many times do you go on Instagram and you see the same fucking ad over and over and over again? Right? That is what we don't want for you. Right? We want to create that separation. You want to be a black sheep in a herd of white sheep. Right? And this means that I want you to be in a blue ocean. A blue ocean is something that's unique. I don't know if you've realized this, but everyone's basically selling the same shit. For example, everyone that says, I help people with, ads, right? They are all the exact same, teaching the exact same thing. So what makes someone buy from Timothy, but not Jimmy? Because Timothy might come across like everyone else because they are, rather than Jimmy. He's good at making his thing feel like a new opportunity, right? That's what I want to teach you first. You to know how to make your thing a new opportunity. That way it doesn't get boxed in with everyone else. And the second thing is selling angle. This ties pretty well with separation. It's just a little bit different. Selling angle is how does your product or offer come across to other people? For example, exactly like the red ocean, everyone is doing the same selling angle. For example, fitness, right? Everyone's selling angle is, I'm gonna help you lose weight, right? But then the people that are really successful do it different. They say, I help fitness business owners make their first $10,000 a month. I help female people that have just got done being pregnant lose the weight that they gained from being pregnant, right? That is taking a whole new angle to the exact same thing. Because I need you to realize one thing that is never going to change is the industry that you are in. There are millions of other people in that exact same industry selling the exact same thing, right? So while they're taking angle one, you need to take angle B. That way, again, it creates that effect of they are all doing the same thing while you're doing something different, right? So you need to focus on creating a different angle for yourself. This is something that you need to think about because only once you've done this is when you are going to scale. Next, you need to focus on content that makes a fuck ton of money. And the way that you do this is you don't focus on now, but you focus on the past. You need to start focusing on the past you. Okay, because at the end of the day, you are teaching something to people that you have gone through yourself. And if you haven't, then you shouldn't be teaching it. But maybe you've bought a bunch of real estate, now you're trying to help other people buy real estate, fitness, etc., right? So don't serve the current you. Don't talk about what you're doing now. Don't talk about what's happening in the market now. Focus on the past you, because normally a problem that you are trying to solve is a problem that you've already gone through, which again is the past you. You need to serve the old you. Now, before we move on to the next thing, quick disclaimer is the fact that their chapter 20 is not your chapter 1. I'm teaching you right now how to scale your business as quickly as you possibly can. But one of the things that fucks up scaling really quickly is that you start to compare to other people. It's very easy to do, seeing as everyone's flexing red Lamborghinis nowadays. I'm sure you've seen the 14-year-old kids do it, right? So I want you to understand that their chapter 20 is not your chapter 1, so stop comparing yourself to everyone else, right? They've already gone through the hardships. They've already gone through struggling to get views. They've already struggled to get clients. They've already struggled to run profitable ads, etc. They've already struggled to make $100,000 a month. They've struggled before. Now you're doing that. And you have to go through this phase to get to where they are now, right? So don't get discouraged, and definitely do not quit just because you see someone else successful at what you're doing and you're struggling. Okay, so just a little quick disclaimer right there. Now, there are 2 funnels that you can run, right? There is a landing page funnel that will then go to a book call, That is one of the funnels that you can run. And the second funnel that you can run is a type form to a call to a sale. Now I've got this here not to teach you in depth about them, but to tell you what you should not make the mistake of. Right? It's very easy, again, to look at someone like Alex Hormozi or someone really massive in your industry, because we all do this, right? If you're not getting help from a professional like me, right, that scales businesses for a living, your thing of, okay, what do I need to do is you go on to the best person in your industry and you check out their Instagram, their YouTube, all of their sales automations and processes and funnels, etc., and you copy it. Right? For example, you might be in day trading and then you go to the biggest day trader in your industry and they've got a landing page. So then you think that you need to run a landing page as well. And then when you run it, you don't have success. Here's why. Yes, there are two funnels that you can run, but there are some that you shouldn't run at specific times. So do not, I repeat, do not build a landing page if you are making less than $50,000 a month and you do not have a lot of leads, right? A landing page isn't there to just sell things. The main reason that people have landing pages is because they have so many leads to the point where they can't get on enough calls with people. So they use the landing page to qualify people, to make sure that the people that are getting on the calls with them are willing to buy. That's why people run these landing pages. If you don't have a lot of leads, you've got less than maybe 50,000 followers, maybe you're only charging a couple of $1,000s, etc., then you should not be running a landing page, because the landing page, again, is to take away people. A landing page doesn't get you more calls. It gets you more calls of the people that are qualified, but less calls in general. And again, if you don't have the volume to put into this, then you're gonna lose a lot of money. Which means that if you are who I just said, then do not run that funnel. But if you have a lot of leads, if you feel like you're getting on calls with a lot of unqualified people, then it would be a good idea to have a landing page as the funnel. So just a VSL, because again, it's there to qualify. So Nathaniel, what do I do then? You do a simple type form to book call to call. Now the next thing goes to sales team. You need a proper sales team, or at least a dialed sales team, to make you a lot of money, right? So let's take a look at the types of salespeople that you're going to need, right? These are the types. You will need a setter, right? Now this can be a DM setter or a phone setter, depending on the industry and the offer, right? If you are running ads for a real estate company and you've got people, filling out an application or getting something for free, then you will need a phone setter to call these people, etc. Otherwise, if you're just on Instagram, then you just need a DM setter. All right, and all this person is there to do is to just log into your account and send messages for you, right? Because one of the most time-consuming things that people spend time on is sending messages in their DMs when they should be scaling the company, getting client results, running ads, doing marketing, living their best fucking life, right? Next is a closer. How much time do you spend taking your sales calls? Some of you, 8 hours a day, because that's what you need to do to make money. You don't make money if you don't close deals, and you don't close deals without calls. So you hire a closer. And then a CSM, a client success manager. They are there to get results for your students. Again, how time consuming is it to get all these results for your hundreds of clients? The people that you look up to aren't doing that. No wonder the people that you look up to are in fucking Fiji, then New Zealand, then Australia, then whatever the fuck, Argentina, every single month, because they outsource all of their work to people that can do it for them. These sales reps give you one thing: time to scale, right? You best believe when I scaled multi-million-dollar companies of my own, I wasn't sending DMs to people. I wasn't taking my calls. I wasn't the only person getting the results for my students in the program. I had help, and so does everyone else. So the first thing that you need to understand before you can scale is how are people scaling, and that's how they're doing it. Now, the next thing that you need to know is data. Okay, businesses that are making a lot of money make data-driven decisions, right? You are probably making decisions of how it feels. Okay, yeah, I've spent $100 on ads. I've got 2 students. This is fucking profitable. let's keep running the ad. That's your logic right now, right? But you want to make sure that you're running data-driven decisions, because this way you know how many book calls is my appointment setter getting? How many people show up? How many people buy from the closer? How many people are refunding? How many people are, churning? How many people are getting results? How many people aren't? How much money am I spending on ads? How much money am I spending in general, right? You need to start tracking everything. That way you can actually start to make proper, real decisions, not just based off how you feel, right? So this is a sheet that I give to all of my setters. Now, if you don't know already, I scale businesses and companies for a living. I've done about $1.2, $1.4 million in added revenue in the last 4 weeks for my partners. Right, so if you want to scale, there's a link in the description. But this is the main form that I give people, right? Or that I at least track for them, because I handle their entire sales and operations, right? So I'm the one that's hiring, training, and managing the salespeople on their specific business, right? And this is the tracking sheet that we give them. As you can see here, it has the date, right? So every single day they fill this out. It has new DMs. So how many new DMs are my appointment setters sending every single day? What are the touch points? This means if they messaged someone yesterday, did they message them again today? Conversations. How many conversations did they actually have in that day? Conversations pitched, right? How many of those conversations were actually pitched to call, right? So this is the percentage of pitched, and this is how many pitched calls. So for example, if you have 10, conversations and you pitch 2, that's 20%. So this would be 20%. And then this would be 2 pitch calls. And then pitch to book, right? So pitching and booking is different. Pitching is, hey, do you want to get on a call? Booking is actually, fill in the application and book a call with you. And every single setter that you have will be filling out this sheet that you can see right here. One of the reasons that I'm so good at scaling is because of the sales teams and the communication that my sales teams have, right? So my setter will actually fill out on this Google Sheets book call notes. That way my closer before the call can look at those notes and be like, okay, this is who I'm talking to, these are the points, etc. So you can see here, date the call was booked. You can also see the name of the lead, right? So let's say that I booked Jack on the 5th of December, that would go here. And then notes. So Jack has a full-time job. He's tried drop shipping in the past. He says he's got about $5,000. So the closer, the person taking your sales calls, will look at this and be like, okay, this is who they are. This is what they're struggling with. This is how much money they have. And then they take that onto the call, which makes it easier for them to pitch and then, get the money from the lead itself, right? So track your fucking data. The next thing here is speed. Start to act with a little bit of fucking urgency, right? Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Today's the only day that's promised, right? Yesterday's not gonna happen again, and tomorrow might not happen at all. Today is the only day that you have to make sure you get this shit done. So have some speed, because the biggest players in your industry are fucking quick at what they do. Rich people, right? This is the biggest fuck up that people make, and it's the biggest, look over that people have when growing a business. And I'm gonna give you an example. If you are in a Lamborghini dealership as a salesperson and you sell a Lamborghini, you might make a $50,000 commission. Okay, because you're selling a Lamborghini, it's a really expensive car, so you make a lot more, you make a lot of money. Rather than someone that's maybe selling Toyota or a Holden or something like that, right? Because the car is worth less, they make less, right? This car might be worth 500, 500K. This car might only be worth 50K. So the logical thing is, if you want to get into sales, you want to work for the Lamborghini dealership and not this shit box over here. The moral of the story is, if you want to grow and scale as quick as you can, have an offer that's different, have a unique mechanism. So what separates you from everyone else? Make content for your past self, be quick about making this content, and then sell to rich people. That's how you're gonna scale, right? This is the exact formula that I don't just use for my own businesses, but how I use for a most recent company that I scaled to $8 million a month. Or another guy, he's in the trading industry. He went from $0 to $47,000 in 7 days, doing this exact same thing. He was charging $900 before I went to him. I said, nah, let me build out the foundation. So let me build out the sales teams to make sure that they can close. Let me build the landing pages, the funnels, the systems and automations. And we ended up charging 5,000 USD. But anyway, this is exactly how I scale companies and exactly how I've been able to scale my own and how you can scale your own as well. If you've got any questions whatsoever, drop them below. I'll answer them. I'll see you guys on the next video. See you then.